Hi everyone, this will be weekly instant. I forgot, I think it's 2:21. Tuesday morning, I have a new morning routine, waking up earlier than usual and having a little bit of time for myself. And then I fall asleep in the middle of the day, but that's another question. One spade, one no trump, two diamonds, three diamonds, and I was gonna say it's such an easy hand to bet because you kind of have a weakish hand and then you can just be your second suit. Well, three diamonds is actually some kind of an invite, but it's not a real invite. And pass is most likely right here. Three no trump is a long shot. You would need to stop hearts and clubs both pretty well. And five diamond is actually a great contract. He has a great hand for the three diamond bit, so there was no way of me knowing that he would have literally nothing in hearts. Easiest thing you can do here is cash your outside tricks and start to cross draw in hearts and spades. At some point somebody will overoff with the ace. But it's still better than drawing trump yourself. And now I can draw trump because, well, draw trump is a bit an exaggeration, but so spades were actually high. And there's one more trump left. It's a 14 count, that would be one no trump. Okay. Playing two hearts. I'm in dummy. Oh wait, I didn't want to be. Morning. Okay. What I wanted to do was come to dummy with a diamond rough, and I was thinking, oh no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't play on clubs because it's whatever. But actually, it's not so bad because the 10 kind of denies the queen. There's no combination where you have the queen and the 10 and you lead the 10. Maybe queen 10 9, but in this case I have the 9. So I can do my little double finesse in hearts. It's a bit fancy, but it catches queen jack onside. And as promised, the queen is not there. But there's only one more trump left, and that's the queen. And the rough didn't come through, and now we're just making all tricks. And am I blocking the view? Yes, I am. I'm super sorry about that. Okay, there. I can put myself somewhere here, and yeah, with history. No, not there. Whatever. Good old-fashioned bottom left, and then I should, I guess, show you what I did in the first two hands. Here I had ace queen of spades in 5. There's a 13 count. I decided to pass, and some people, I guess, were in 5 diamonds, or 3 plus 3. And then here I had a 14 count. And I'm sorry again for blocking the king of hearts. 16 spades and clubs. It's just a good raise, and technically we could have slam, but probably we will lose 1 or 2 heart tricks. And wrong again. Well, wrong again, at least on the issue of losing hearts. Can't hurt to unblock this first. Now the queen of spades actually doesn't gain here. A low spade can gain if East has a stiff king. Queen of spades could gain if I had the 9 of spades. Then the queen of spades would pick up the 10 in West. Well, actually it's not completely necessary. The queen sometimes it's necessary, but I'm not quite sure why. Okay, should be a little bit careful here. I can't have that heart right now. It's a little awkward, but I can try. So rub this with the 8, let's say. Rub this low, and now try the queen of spades. If they break, then I'm out of the woods. Oh, actually, diamonds broke. Oh no. It doesn't matter. I'll have to check later whether or not this diamond was high. Well, I can check now. Because clubs are high anyway. Yeah, it was high. I roughed 3 of... Ah yeah, because I had the ace and the king, and then I roughed 2. Yes, that makes sense. In the club I had a dummy with 6 smaller clubs. It was like literally the smallest clubs from 2 to 7. And I had ace, king, queen, tight of clubs. And I played the ace and the king, and then somebody showed out, and I thought they were 4-1 because they were so small. I thought they were I thought they were only 5. So and then in the end I claimed down 3, even though I had 3 more club tricks on the board in dummy. So that's pretty bad. In this case I was half sure that they were high, but not sure. Okay, 2 hearts. I bid 1 on trump. I showed my hand. Now Gib will probably know where everything is. Maybe ace of clubs on another, but I mean the hard back is... Celeste has 5-4. My partner had a 3, which I still don't know what it means, but I think it means 4th highest, so he would have 4. Which means that there's only 2 spades in the declarer's hand. Which means that I can actually just take the ace of spades because there is no point in hiding it. He plays the king. Well, my partner is literally nothing, but we knew that already. Well, he does not literally have nothing. So this is a 5-4-3-1 with a stiff spade. My hope would have been, no. Yeah, he has 5-4-2-2 indeed, but now he can discard 2 clubs, and now I have to play the ace, and now the king of clubs is high. I was too worried about whether I could play that ace of spades and not whether I should. I think I made his job a little easier. Just an obvious kind of boring hard back would have been a bit better. This is still fine. That was my problem, that I took the ace of clubs, but that can't be. The hand was over by then. Ah, no, it was +1. It's going crazy. And then what was, yeah, other people didn't bid one on Trump and then they just played differently, maybe. I somehow thought they made +2. Yeah, I even have 16 now, so that must be a nice change of pace for Gabe. It's like, is that idiots? Does he have 14 again? But the answer to that is no. You could try to discard that club from dummy. It's a little bit of a long shot, but so I'm gonna lose the jack of hearts. I mean, what else can I do? I could try to play on spades, but I don't really have entries there, so. What? Why is he playing the jack? Ah, West discarded a diamond on a heart, yes. I was just gonna play the jack of hearts. It's kind of a standard thing that people do. And then you can put me in dummy with a club. I can see it from a mile away. But not much I can do about that. If he plays a club, then I have to rough. And I'm gonna lose 2 clubs in the end, unless the queen of spades comes down. Which it doesn't. Tough luck, but probably I could have made it. Autopilot is not good for you. It's somehow playing on spades. Ah, yeah. So taking that queen of hearts was a mistake, but then of course you can't know that. Yeah, I mean, if I know how everything sits, then I can. Yeah, the diamond is somehow a bit weird, playing on diamonds now without touching trumps, but maybe playing a club directly or something. It's a bit confusing. And now a spade. Yeah, I mean at this point I kind of knew how everything was going on. So maybe just a spade finesse. Just to handle the entries a bit better. Of course I'm gonna lose both of those hearts. There's no way how I will miss that, but yeah, just a spade finesse. And then playing on spades for a while. And then of course if I lose one club, that's not the end of the world. I would lose 2 hearts on a club. In this case I lost 2 hearts and 2 clubs. 15. Only 1 on trump and my partner brought me 5 tricks. That's nice. Well, they're gonna become 5 tricks. Not much I can do here, other than cash my diamonds first and see if they mess up the discards, but when you're so many losers away, it's hard to mess up that badly. Although, what's going on here? They did mess up the discards, I think. I think West started with 4. That's 180 points for the good guys. Okay, the first good board in about 6 days, it feels like. Board 3, it was a long time ago. Okay, 2 more boards, we need to come over the 50% threshold. 1 diamond. 4 hearts is just 2 player, right? Yes. Let's see what he brings us. That's still strong for 4 hearts. Didn't matter here, but dot dot. Queen? Yes. Okay, if they don't play the ace now, then the ace of spades wouldn't be cashed, but they did. I even played the queen, it's kind of a bit stupid. Sometimes you need to play the king from your hand, the queen from your hand, and then they don't catch the ace. But of course if it's in dummy, it's kind of ruins the whole surprise thing. Let's see. Double. Wow. Okay, well, I have 15 tricks here. There's no reason to double because they're just gonna make. Or will they? Absolute easiest, stupidest thing I can do is just cash the ace king of spades. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I don't think it can help them if somehow he roughs this. And he has some kind of a club shortness there, club length there, so I think I'm kind of safe here. Unless he has some diamond discards, but that's something I couldn't have helped. Okay, my partner is still stopping spades. It's good to know. So sometimes the absolute stupidest thing you can think of is also the best thing. That's the moral of the story. Story of my life, more or less. No need to get into details, but yes. 53%. Totally saved this in the last two boards. And just a quick recap of what happened here. First two boards, you couldn't see the cards, but otherwise they were quite normal. Board 4 was okay. I think maybe this was the one no Trump overcall or whatever. Yeah, that would be an interesting question. So where? Okay, well, it's questions that we will never find out the answer to. 4 hearts down 1. Yeah, this here I should have thought more about. This was definitely something I could have figured out. And that the whole discard that club, that's the huge pipe dream with this Trump split. And yeah, just play on spades instead. And then I'm actually making. Sometimes you have to stop and count your tricks. Somebody would suggest that you need to do it every board, but who can honestly afford all those brain cells? 13, 12, 11, yeah, I don't know. Just huge numbers, very little upside. Except your bridge score get improve, and I mean, who cares about that, right? Anyway, yeah, well, thanks for watching, and yeah, see you next week.